matchups and converting it into jungle pressure on the hands of Bai. And then that mid game will be extremely important. We need to see that 4th minute mark. Who controls that Tyrant will control the further pacing of this game more.
Yeah, and I think that the early game tempo, key. I mean, you were talking about the 4-minute Tyrant, absolutely huge in setting the tone for this game. But I mean, in terms of just like straight up laning though, right? If we're looking at one-to-one matchups, like the Guan Yu, probably a little bit on the losing side to the Mai Yin, but let's talk a little bit more about this mid lane with this Haino versus Mai here.
I think in terms of pushing power, it's more of a 50-50, but in terms of being active on the map, we definitely have to give it over to the Mai Shirley. Look at their aggression so far. Already Kachusen's landing on towards Nono. Heal already burned.
Yeah, it's going to be super uncomfortable for him. I mean, he wants to just stay in the lane. And now if you're looking at what Lola's doing, he's completely being zoned out. Danny just being this bully, and that's exactly how you want to play it, especially in the one-on-one. You got to win that matchup.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for the side of Tema Haq. Top lane being pressured by the roam coming in from Tatsuri and also Draw. And the bot lane 1v1 matchup that you should be... I mean, in a way, if you look from it from a 50-50 side, Lola's channel should win against Danny's early. But hey, Danny outpaced him and got the initial objective, which is to fire big in towards that 1v1 matchup.
And you're looking at the level differential. I mean, level 3 to level 2. I mean, it's not huge, but it is an edge, right? Especially when you're talking about the fact that Lola should have been winning with the Chano. You do have that range. The Sword Signal does quite a lot of work. But again, we're going to probably worry about those guys come late game, because right now the action in the top lane, look at John getting gone on here. They have the just Soaring Green Dragon right on top, but THQ are going to just hide under that tower.
Just a bit of a poking damage here, signaling that, hey, you gotta back off. We have faster momentum coming in from Tatsuri. This is why the Mai Shirley is so good. And look at that poke damage already on towards Man's Haino.
Yeah, a lot of damage. He's not even level 4 at this moment, so he can't really Fate Rewind it. But he did have the Healing Dew. He's going to shrug off most of this. And now that he's level 4, this is a potential jump in by Boom. And it looks like he wants to go. Tatsuri, that is. He wasn't able to get the catch back onto them. And it looks like THQ will dodge that bullet.
Oh, a bit of a mechanical misplay here coming in from Tatsuri. The Ryu Engine Flash misses on towards Man, and even if it catches on towards, Man has Purify on this Haino, so it's just gonna be a trade of spells if he does land onto it.
Yeah, if he did, but unfortunately for him, I mean, Tatsuri was the one that actually had to use the Flash instead. So coming out a little bit on the negative side, yes, it's not the worst thing. I mean, you're going for that attempt. Nobody died, but it's one of those things where, again, you're trying to make them use those spells so that they become a little bit more vulnerable later.
It's the activeness that we talk about, right? When you play Mai Shirley, you cannot be too passive and too scared of doing plays. You gotta be aggressive like Tatsuri here. So a warning shot fired by Tatsuri in this first play. Who knows what he can actually do later on at the 4th minute mark. But so far, if you look towards the laning phase, Clash lane, farm lane wise, is looking really good for the side of Boom Esports.
Yeah, and you were talking about it in the draft. I mean, you were saying that like the meta had shifted away from the Mai, and the reason for that is that generally Mai has to play high tempo. You have to be making an impact across the lanes. You're looking for, ganks across the map, and if you're not able to do it, you kind of fall off because you're just so squishy. So again, Tatsuri, a little bit more pressure for him to do that to ensure that this team has that snowball advantage.
And the rotations coming in from the side of Boom Esports, forcing Lola to take a straight beeline towards that mid lane to find farm or comfort in a different pacing, right? You see Chano having to go to this mid lane, Man on the Haino having to convert himself towards the bottom lane here, so they will be slightly slow from the bottom end, at the very least for Tema Haq coming in towards his Tyrant.
Yeah, and it looks like this is the 4-minute marker. This is going to be huge. I mean, Carl and Vi, both of them have their smites available, so it's going to be a little bit of a standoff, at least towards the side, but the Tyrant already at 60%.
Yeah, so far both teams are positioning themselves, preparing for this initial engage.
Oh, Tatsuri gets the pushback, and the Tyrant gets taken away by Bai. That's going to be a huge win for Team HQ, and it looks like they're going to be backing off of that Tyrant take.
It's a comfortable one. It's like no fights breaking out, both teams investing their manpower after the wave clear, and then it's superior smite power here, but Lola almost getting taken down!
Oh, the Kachusen! The snipe out by Tatsuri! He walked right into it, gets sniped out, giving up first blood, and that's a huge win for Boom.
It was looking good for Tema Haq. No casualties, winning out that Tyrant, but Lola getting caught out by Danny's initial play and the Queen of Kachusen. Straightforward and headshot onto his Lola on Bido into the mid lane. Super aggressive with the tri-line.
All right, I want to kind of just make fun of Lola, but in the end, I've walked into Kachusans myself, so I've been there, but not with these types of stakes in terms of the game. Unfortunate for him, but he needs to find a way to catch back up. He's a level behind. He's struggling at this stage.
It's something that we talk about these traditional farm lanes like a critical marksman. When you fall behind a laning phase, the mid game is definitely going to be detrimental for you to actually catch up on towards the map because you move so slow, but Razor Cavalry once again!
Oh, nice heroic charge as well, and Lola gets run down. Miggy from the side. It didn't seem like Lola had any sort of vision on him, completely caught off guard on that one.
Oh my god, this is gonna be a really tough situation for the late game marksman coming in for the side of Team Haq here. But at the very least, we do see a bit of a slow but steady early game being composed by Boom Esports. I'm waiting to see which place, the mid tower, that is gonna be a detrimental one. If, even with Hano, you drop that mid turret, this game is just gonna be blown wide open for the side of Team Haq.
They need to slow it down. They need to ensure that that mid T1 stays up as long as possible. Yes, you're going to sacrifice a little bit in terms of the outer lanes, but you got to keep that alive. Because again, you have Mon on this Hano. You need to ensure that you're sustaining as much as possible, using those scepters to as much as wave clear as possible.
Yeah, so far top bot, all the outer tiers are all taken down coming in from Danny. When you win out that bottom lane, you can allow your farm lane, especially this early, to put so much side lane pressure here. With the timers available on the Crimson Golem, maybe, just maybe, Boom Esports will want to find fights in that place. But Mon get taken down.
Yeah, taken down, not even able to use his Fate Rewind, completely bursted, and now Boom Esports are like, with all this space, they're going to take the mid T1. I was talking about how the strategic of a pillar that mid T1 was going to be, and it just instantly gets taken down. Now they're going to continue to chase. They won't even take away the Crimson Golem here.
It's a domino effect here, I gotta say, Holler. Bottom lane kill onto his Lola, top kill onto his Lola, one kill, one tower, and in the mid lane, Mon gets taken down, another kill, another tower, and going into the Crimson Golem, yet another objective here. Team Haq is getting choked out of resources as we speak.
Oh, and he's taking a lot of damage, and it looks like John needs to get back to safety. He's going to limp away, but now Boom Esports, with all that spacing, those Chusins, the Cannon Blast, all of that being pushing them away where they can't even defend their towers.
This is just looking really difficult thus far for the side of Team Haq here. They need to find a window for Lola to farm to 3 items. John needs to find the assassination on towards Danny here. At the very least, we do see Danny's itemization. There's no signs of an armor boots, so if he does a mechanical misplay, that could be Team Haq's opportunity to find that key assassination.
He's able to find it, but it looks like Miggy's trying to make them pay. Actually runs down Mon. He's not even able to get away. They get a second one with Ball going down as well. And it looks like Boom just pushing them back. Miggy is doing so much work with this Guan Yu, and he's just taking it down. 4 members down from teammate.
The hyper-aggression coming in for the side of Boom Esports here. Starting off Miggy, finding the perfect Razor Cavalry, soloing out Lola, forcing out the flash. Mon being pushed back, no Purify to escape himself towards safety and buy. When the formation is shattered on Dolia and Yang Jian, you really cannot play this composition to the maximum potential.
I mean, you can't get jumped. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, easier said than done, but the way that Miggy is able to just disrupt you, get into those backlines, push people out, run down Mon essentially for free, and now you got a 5-on-4 power play and taking down the rest of the squad, you're going to have a much easier time, and it looks like they find John in no man's land, just get caught out again.
Yeah, what a monstrous gold lead being generated by the side of Boom Esports. Every single play has been committed so beautifully by the side of Boom. Engages coming in from Katsuri, pickoffs coming in by Miggy's flanks, and that resulted into this 8,000 gold lead at only 9 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and this is why most teams generally, prior to the meta shift, has been kind of banning out that Mai. It's super oppressive, especially when it's able to kind of get those ganks and those pickoffs. I mean, Tatsuri is 4-0-3, but his impact has been palpable this entire game.
He's just racking up those kills, hitting those Kachusins here. Danny playing super aggressively, chunking out Mon in that mid lane. As we see waves starting to pile in, that's the power of the Agudo in chunking out these turrets.
Just going to be able to just slowly siege this down, and it looks like Miggy, even on the backside, doing a little bit of work, but they don't really have the minions to kind of continue on. It looks like Team Haq are going to hold, at least for now.
Yep, that's the power of the phase rewind coming in from the Hano. At the very least, you can slow down the game as what we expected from those early tier towers here. But with the aggression that's being committed by Boom Esports, this is not looking easy at all for Team Haq.
Not at all. Bai actually was looking to hound forward, just dealing with the minions. That's the biggest thing. I mean, it seems silly. Why is he sacrificing himself? Why is he going out of position? But he's wave clearing, right? He's slowing the game down. I mean, yes, this is a little bit more space for them, but now Team Haq have to find a way to punish them for being separated like Boom Esports are now.
Now this is going to be a dangerous one coming in for side of Boom Esports, trying to go for that assassination.
Oh, Tatsuri says, how dare you leave your base? No place is safe. We will take your jungle. Your base is mine. Tatsuri with yet another kill.
Okay, bad news. John got taken down. Good news, it's not a double objective being committed by the side of Boom Esports here, but 4v5 for the next 16 seconds. No availability of the Marine. Towers might be in danger for the side of Team Haq.
Yeah, that good news. I was just like, okay, how are you going to go with this? How are we going to sell this situation? Because it's not looking for good for Team Haq right now. Nothing is looking good at this point. Right now, it's just all hands on deck in terms of this defense. Boom Esports with so much pressure.
Pack leader stands already popped by the channel here on the hands of Lola here. You see all three burning waves crashing in, and Mon has to use the phase rewind. Check out Miggy though.
Oh, but the Razor Cavalry in the back, all 5 members, and they're looking to clean up. The Crystal is trying to defend as well, but it is open, and they will be focused, and Boom Esports take game number 1.
10,000 goal lead, 10-0 in terms of these kills. 0